Good morning, my dear students of intermediate first year. It has been a long time since I met you. That means it has been a long time since I conducted my last class. And I conducted my last class maybe before Eid vacation. And I hope you are staying at home and trying to keep yourself safe and sound. And at the same time, you are participating the classes, online classes conducted by Dhaka College. I'm here again to talk about a certain topic, and you know that. And according to the routine, I'm going to focus on modifier. It is actually modifier 3. What does it mean? It means I conducted another 2 classes on modifier. This is the 3rd class. But I'm sure you have started forgetting the rules and regulations. You have started forgetting the norms or terms of modifier. That's why before starting our 3rd lecture, I'd like to have a recap session. A recap session means the session by which we will try to remember what we learned before. So my dear students, let us start from the beginning, but we will take a short time about the terms that we learned about modifier in our last 2 classes. Dear students, you know that I talked about the definition of modifier. I talked about the classification of modifier. Then I started our main focus on some specially grammatical devices that are important for the grammatical device modifier. Dear students, thank you. I have already come to know that you have started writing in the comment box. I want your active participation. I want your active participation. Today, I will give you a lot of questions and we will try our level best to solve these problems inside this online class. An online class can also be handy in for a cooperative learning. Okay, that's why, my dear students, we will try to exchange our knowledge by writing your answer in the comment box. So dear students, let us start with a definition of modifier. Definition of modifier. Then we will talk about classification of modifier. Dear students, definition of modifier, at first we have to focus on this. Dear student, what is modifier? I told you that modifier is a word or phrase or clause. Modifier is a word or phrase or clause. Dear students, just listen to what I say. Modifier refers to a word or phrase or clause. I'm going to repeat. Modifier refers to a word or phrase or clause. Okay. And the main function of modifier is to modify a word or phrase. So, modifier can be a word or phrase or clause. And the main function of modifier is to modify a word or a phrase. And in order to modify a particular word or phrase, modifier will take or takes its position before or after that modified word or phrase. Dear students, modifier refers to a word or phrase or clause. Modifier refers to a word or phrase or clause, and this modifier takes its position before that particular word or phrase. Okay, and the main function of modifier is to modify. Okay, I'm going to give you an example, and with that example, I will explain my definition. Look at please. Online classes are really helpful in this period. My dear students, look at please. I have given you example. Online classes are really helpful in this period. Can anybody tell me how many modifiers are there in this sentence? Can anybody tell me how many modifiers are there in this sentence? Dear students, write down. Online classes are really helpful in this period. Just tell me. Okay, I'm waiting for your answer. Look at please, I'm going to tell you. Okay, you will give me the answer, I'm sure, but you are taking time. Yes, according to Nafiz Iqbal, there are 3 modifiers. But how? Look at, I have told you modifier refers to a word or phrase or clause. Word or phrase or clause, the main function of modifier is to modify. Look at please, here online. The word online is such a word that influences the noun class. The word or phrase or clause which influences any other word or phrase in a noun in a sentence is a modifier. That's why online is a modifier. Look at the adverb really. The adverb really, this really is a modifier, and this one, this is also a modifier. This modifies period. So I have got 3 words, online, really, and this. And these 3 words influence or modify another word or phrase in a sentence. That's why we will call them modifiers. Okay, look at here online. The word online takes its position before the modified word classes. Really has taken its position before helpful. This has taken its position before period. That's why we can say online, really, and this all are pre-modifiers. According to the classification of modifier, modifiers are of 2 types. One is pre-modifier, another is post-modifier. If a modifier takes its position before a particular modified word or phrase, that modifier must be called pre-modifier. And if the modifier takes its position after that particular modified word or phrase, it would be post-modifier. Okay, I'm going to give you an example. Again. Bangladesh which came into being as an independent country. Bangladesh which came into being as an independent country is really beautiful. Dear students, I have written a sentence. Look at please. Bangladesh which came into being as an independent country is really beautiful. Look at this sentence. Do you find, my dear students, do you find any modifier in this sentence? Do you find, my question is, do you find any modifier in this sentence? If you get any modifier, please write in the comment box. Okay. Iqbal Mahmoud, we are talking about modifier. Can you find any modifier in this sentence? If you find any modifier, okay, please write in the comment box. Okay. Which part of this sentence can be a modifier? Okay. Yes, you have given me the answer that you have got modifier, but which part of this sentence is a modifier? Just tell me. Shihab, Yusuf, Maruf, all of you are telling yes, but which part of the sentence is modifier? Just tell me. Tamim Rani, Tanjil. Adisha Islam, thank you. Do you find it difficult to identify the modifying part? Some of you are in really trouble. Yes, Tahmid Ahmed Rimon, excellent. Look at what Tahmid Ahmed Rimon written, which came into being as an independent country. According to Rimon, which came into being as an independent country is the modifier of the sentence. Okay, very good. If which came into being as an independent country is a modifier. Now tell me, is it a word or phrase or clause? Is it a word or phrase or clause? Is it a word or phrase or clause? Tell me. My first question was identify the part which modifies, and you have told me which came into being as an independent country. But my question is it a word or phrase or clause? That means which came into being as an independent country. Is it a clause or phrase or word? According to Rafi's clause, according to Shihab clause. Oh my God, clause. What is the spelling of clause? C-L-A-U-S-E. Clause. Excellent, Shakib Rifat. Excellent, excellent. Most of you are writing. Most of you are writing wrong spelling. C-L-A-U-S-E. Okay, my dear student. My first question was try to identify the modifying part, and you have been successful. The modifying part is which came into being as an independent country. Very good. My next question was is it a phrase or clause or word? And you have told me it's a clause. But my question is this clause, is this clause a pre-modifier or post-modifier? Is this clause a pre-modifier or post-modifier? What do you think? Can you please tell me the answer? Is this clause a pre-modifier or post-modifier? What do you think? What do you think? Dear students. Okay. According to Abdullah Aman, it is a post-modifier. Okay. I have asked you 3 questions. Can you identify any modifier in this sentence? You have been absolutely correct. You have told me that which came into being as an independent country is the modifier. My next question was, is it a word or phrase or clause? You have been again successful. You have told me it's a clause. I have asked you another question. Is it a pre-modifier or post-modifier? And you have told me it's a post-modifier. Very sad, Tazin Chaudhary. Why have you written pre-modifier? Okay, thank you. But my question is, according to most of the students, which came into being as an independent country is the modifier, that is the clause. But my question is, which word or phrase is being modified in this sentence? Which word or phrase is being modified in this sentence? Which word or phrase is being modified in this sentence? Is it clear? Which word or phrase is being modified in this sentence? Tell me. If you can identify, if you can identify the modified word or phrase, if you can identify the modified word or phrase, you'll be able to identify whether it is a pre-modifier or post-modifier. Okay. Thank you. Arjun Pramanik, Shimanto Das, Rezwan Nahian, Atunu Dotto, all of you have written that Bangladesh is being modified. Dear students, Bangladesh is being modified, and Bangladesh is being modified by the clause which came into being as an independent country. This modifier has taken its position after the modified word or phrase. That's why we will call it a post-modifier. Up to this part, my dear students, I have told you the definition of modifier. Modifier can be a word or phrase or clause, and modifier must modify a word or phrase. And in order to modify a certain word or phrase, this modifier will take or takes its position before or after that particular word or phrase. Is it clear to you? Okay, my dear students. Now, I'm going to talk about question pattern. I'm going to talk about question pattern. I talked about question pattern before its vacation. I'd like to recall, because those who are with me may find some difficulties in learning modifier if you don't have any basics about this grammatical item. That's why I am trying to recall. Okay. Now, my dear students, I'm going to give you the question pattern of modifier. I will take a lot of classes on modifier and it will be crystal clear to you. At least 7 or 8 classes, at least. Now, look at please, my dear students. A village doctor serves the, look at, this is question number A. In the questions of modifier, you will be given a passage. Inside this passage, there will be 10 questions. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Okay. And this is the number of question. A village doctor serves the dash. After question, there will be a dash. And after dash, there will be a direction. In the direction part, you will be asked which word or phrase you need to modify. And what is the instrument by which you will modify. In the direction part, you will be asked which word or phrase you are going to modify, and at the same time, which tools do you need to use to modify. Okay, for example, a village doctor serves the, I have written pre-modify the noun. I put a full stop. A village doctor serves the dash. Sorry, dash villagers. Dear students, I have written a sentence. A village doctor serves the dash villagers. A village doctor serves the dash villagers. Here, you have to pre-modify the noun. Pre-modify the noun means there is a noun and the noun is villagers. You have to modify these villagers, and the word or phrase or clause that you are going to use must be placed before villagers, because I have used pre-modify the noun. That is, the modifying part must take its position before villagers. Now, my question is, villagers is a noun. Villagers is a noun. The students, you know that, but there are 8 kinds of parts of speech. They are noun, pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction, and interjection. You know that. Noun and pronoun are always qualified by adjective. That is, adjective always qualifies or modifies noun and pronoun. If any word, if any noun is modified, definitely the modifier must be an adjective. That's why I can say pre-modify the noun. You have been told to pre-modify the noun villagers. That's why you must have to use adjective, and this adjective must be placed in this gap. So your answer of question number A will be an adjective. And what should be the answer, dear students? Oh my God, you have written a lot of answers. Excellent. Sadiqul Islam, your spelling is not correct. Weak, W-E-A-K. Sadiqul. Most of you are absolutely correct. Some of you are writing sick. Some of you are taking poor. Some of you are taking yes, poor, sick. Okay, thank you. Have you got the question pattern? I have given you a very simple example, and I am sure you have got the question pattern of modifier. I'm going to give you another example. Okay. So from this example, it becomes clear to us that we need to focus on parts of speech. If you have a good conception regarding parts of speech, I think modifier will be crystal clear to you. My another question, okay? There is not a, suppose this is question number B, dash, then the direction part. This is the question pattern of modifier, okay? There is not a pre-modify the noun. There is not a dash. The direction is pre-modify the noun with, suppose, cardinal, wait. Pre-modify the noun with cardinal, numeral, look at please, there is not a dash. Man in the street. Dear students, look at the example. There is not a dash man in the street. You have to use a pre-modifier because you are going to modify this noun, okay, and this noun is being modified by a certain word. What do you think the parts of speech should be? This parts of speech should be an adjective, because I have already told you noun is always qualified by an adjective. Now you have to use an adjective, but there is a but. There is a but. And what is the but? Pre-modify the noun. You have to use an adjective. Pre-modify the noun, but with cardinal numeral adjective. What is cardinal numeral adjective? All cardinal numeral adjectives are adjectives. Dear students, listen to what I say. All cardinal numeral adjectives are adjectives, but all adjectives are not cardinal numeral adjective. You have to know what cardinal numeral adjective is. From this example, it becomes clear to us that if you want to get a handsome mark, that is 5 out of 5 in modifier, you have to learn some important or vital grammatical items, okay, like cardinal numeral adjective. There are 14 or 15 grammatical items that must be learned effectively in order to answer the questions of modifier, okay? What do you think? There's a problem with pen. Sorry, my dear students. Sorry for the interruption regarding the word. I think some of you find me difficult to understand. Okay, I will try my level best to write some words that might be clear to you. So, my dear students, you have to learn cardinal numeral adjective. What is cardinal numeral adjective? This is not our target. Our target is, I think I have been able to make you understand what type of question can be given, what kind of questions can be given, okay? Okay, dear students, there are some other grammatical items like cardinal numeral adjective. If I say pre-modify the noun with quantifier, that means you have to learn quantifier. If I say pre-modify the noun with possessive, you have to learn possessive. If I say pre-modify the noun with compound, you have to learn compound, okay? My another question for you. I'm talking about the question pattern of modifier. Although I talked about these items before Eid vacation, Thank you. Look at please, my dear students. This time the answer is, I think the word is clear. Bangladesh is an, this is question number C, this is dash, this is the direction. If I say pre-modify the noun with compound, I haven't completed the sentence. Bangladesh is an dash country. Dear students, Bangladesh is an dash country. You have to modify the word country. That's why I have written pre-modify the noun. The noun is country. You have to use a pre-modifier, but this pre-modifier must be a compound. What is compound? I think you have got me. What I am willing to say. Actually, you have to learn some important grammatical items. Okay, like compound, like possessive, like quantifier, like intensifier, like possessive, like gerund, like participle, like you can say appositive, blah 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 blah. So my dear students, up to this part, I think you have been able to understand the question pattern of modifier. Up to this part, I have talked about the definition of modifier, I have talked about the classification of modifier, and I have talked about the question pattern of modifier. I'm going to repeat within 1 minute. Modifier refers to a word or phrase or clause. Modifier refers to a word or phrase or clause that takes its position, before a particular word or phrase and modifies it. It means the particular word or phrase. Okay, modifiers are of two types. One is pre-modifier, another is post-modifier. The example written on the board right now belongs to pre-modifier. Okay, I'm going to give you another example on post-modifier. Okay, look at this. Okay, I'm going to wrap the board. What should be the answer? What should be the answer, my dear students? Have you written? Yes, thank you. Torikul Islam Tanma, you have written agrobest. Excellent. There is an, so try to use a vowel sound. Try to use a vowel sound. Okay. Can I say Bangladesh is an agro-based country? Bangladesh is an agro-based country. Can I say Bangladesh is an overpopulated country? Okay. You must have to use compound. Compound means the use of hyphen. That means when more than one word are connected with the help of, when more than one words are connected with the help of hyphen, a compound word is created. Okay, you have to use this compound. Okay, my dear students, I'm going to give you another example on post modifier. Our president joined the meeting. Our president joined the meeting. This is question number A. This is dash. You know that after this dash there will be a direction. Our president joined the meeting. Post modify the verb with an Look at please. Our president joined the meeting dash. Post modify the verb with an adverbial phrase. Dear students, the verb of this sentence is joined. You have to modify the verb joined, and your instrument is adverbial phrase. You have to modify joined with adverbial phrase, and this adverbial phrase should be placed after join. That's why I have used post modifier. Okay, give me the answer, my dear students. Some of you are not serious about learning. Try to focus on learning, my dear students. What should be the answer? You have to use an adverbial phrase. Yes, I'm waiting for your answer, please. Please write down in the comment box. Most of you find it difficult to understand, I think. What is adverbial phrase? What is adverbial phrase? If you just put a word, and if this word modified joined, it would be adverb. But you have to place an adverbial phrase. Dear students, you have to put an adverbial phrase. What is your answer? What is your answer, my dear students? Can anybody give me an example of adverbial phrase that can be relevant to this example? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Very, very sad. Is the comment box fixed? Don't you know, my dear students? What the comment, please? Rahim, comment. Last comment here. No. There's problem. I think. Okay. Can you give me? Oh my God. The number of comments is increasing, but we are not getting the comments. Why? Just we have got 40 comments within 2 minutes, but the comments are not shown. Sorry, my dear students. Okay. Dear students, our president joined the meeting. You have to modify the word joined. Joined is a verb. Dear students, I have told you that if you modify a noun and pronoun, your instrument is adjective. That means adjective qualifies a noun and pronoun. If you modify an adjective verb or adverb, your instrument is adverb. If you modify an adjective or verb or adverb, you have to use adverb. That means adverb modifies adjective, verb, and adverb. Okay, adverb doesn't modify noun and pronoun, but the rest of the parts of speech are modified by adverb. Even an adverb can modify a sentence. Dear students, what should be the answer? What should be the answer? Can I say our president joined the meeting? Can I say at the 11th hour? Our president joined the meeting. All on a sudden. Can I say? Okay, my dear students, you have to put an adverbial phrase. Actually, I have wanted to show you that modifiers are of two types. I have wanted to show you the question pattern of modifier. I am sure you have got me. My dear students, now I'd like to focus on the inner side of pre-modifier and post-modifier. Look at please. My dear students, now sorry, the board is not clear. Now we need to know the inner side of pre-modifier and post-modifier. What do we actually need to learn in terms of modifier? There are some grammatical devices that you need to learn. Now I'm going to write down the grammatical devices. Sorry, extremely sorry. Now I'm going to give you the list of grammatical devices that you need to learn for modifier. At first, pre-modifier. Pre-modifier. Under pre-modifier, you have to learn 1. Adjective. You have to learn adjective. Number 2, you have to learn extremely sorry. Okay, you have to learn adjective, you have to learn noun adjective. Number 3, possessive. Number 4, quantifier. Number 5, demonstrative. Number 6, compound. Number 7, determiner. Number 8, intensifier. Number 9, adverb. Number 10, participle. Number 11, phrase. Dear students, you have to learn this grammatical devices very well. Adjective, noun adjective, possessive, quantifier, demonstrative, compound, determiner, intensifier, adverb, participle, and phrase. This is under pre-modifier. And what is there under post-modifier? Please look at. Dear students, I think you should write these devices, and we will learn these devices one by one. We will start with adjective, then noun adjective, then possessive. It will take a lot of time, my dear students, but I want to make these concepts crystal clear to you. That's why I'd like to take a lot of classes on modifier. Okay, if you can learn these grammatical items clearly, I'm sure you will be able to write with confidence in your skips. Okay, under post modifier, there are some grammatical items like if I say appositive. Number 2, relative clause. Number 3, adverb. Number 4, participle. Number 5, phrase. Dear students, look at please. Dear students, adverb, participle, and phrase are common both in pre-modifier and post-modifier. Just try to look at, my dear student. Just try to look at. These are the grammatical items that we need to learn very clearly. Okay. I think you have got me. Now, my dear students, I would like to focus on these grammatical items one after another. What should I start with pre-modifier or post-modifier? What do you think? Should I start with pre-modifier or post-modifier? What do you think, my dear students? Should I start with pre-modifier or post-modifier? I will talk about SM. I will talk about adverbial. Okay? It is related to some our grammatical devices. Okay? Rimon, should I start with post-modifier? What about others? Okay, no problem. Let's focus on post-modifier. That is appositive relative clause. These are really interesting. My dear students. Oh my God, Mustafizur Rahman, you are expecting pre-modifier. Okay. Let us have some voting. Let us have voting so that oh my God, pray, only pray. Okay, my dear students, let us start with yes. Pray post. Should I start with pre-modifier or post-modifier? What time is it? Oh my God, I have already talked about 41 minutes. Very sad. I will talk about another 10 minutes, okay? I will talk about another 10 minutes, okay? I am going to start with adjective. That is pre-modifier. Thank you, no problem. So our first target is adjective. You know that adjective is a qualifying word. Yes, students, adjective is a qualifying word. Adjective is a qualifying word. Thank you. Adjective is a qualifying word. How? Actually, adjective influences noun and pronoun. Adjective qualifies noun and pronoun. That's why adjective is called a qualifying word. Okay, adjective is called a qualifying word. If any noun or pronoun is influenced or modified or qualified by a particular parts of speech, that particular parts of speech must be an adjective. Okay, so my dear students, an adjective is such a parts of speech which qualifies a noun and pronoun. Adjective is such a parts of speech that modifies or qualifies or influences a noun or pronoun. Okay, I can give you a lot of examples. For example, we noticed numerous valiant sons in the language movement. Just don't look at please. We notice numerous valiant sons in the language movement. Look at please. Look at the word valiant. Look at the word valiant, dear students. Valiant is such a word which modifies the noun sons. That's why I can say valiant is an adjective. Valiant is an adjective. Here, look at please. The word the. The word the, you know that the is the article, but actually the is called determiner. Okay, the word the modifies movement, language movement. That's why I can say the is an adjective. The is an adjective. Actually, articles are actually adjective. Okay, they are called determiners. Can I say language movement? Language is a noun. Language is a noun, but this language modifies movement. That's why language is also an adjective. Language is also an adjective. This is not a pure adjective. This is a noun adjective. This is not a pure adjective. This is determiner. Okay. All noun adjectives are adjectives, but all adjectives are not noun adjectives. Okay. Determiner. All determiners are adjectives, but all adjectives are not determiners. Clear to you? Here, valiant is an adjective. Is a simple adjective, and we are talking about adjective actually. Is it clear, my dear students? Here, numerous is also an adjective. Numerous is also an adjective, but this is called quantifier. This is called quantifier. Sorry, I haven't talked about quantifier. I haven't talked about intensifier. I haven't talked about noun adjective. But I have been able to make you concerned about the names like noun adjective, like quantifier, like demonstrative. Okay, so adjective is such a word which modifies noun and pronoun. Now I'm going to give you an example, and you have to give me the answer. If you are asked to use adjective, the direction will be pre-modify the noun. The direction will be pre-modify the noun. Clear to you? Industrially developed capitalist countries always maintain industrially developed capitalist countries always maintain. Suppose this is question number A. Pre-modify the noun. Here pre-modify the noun means you have to use adjective, and for this I haven't completed the sentence. Industrially developed capitalist countries always maintain dash, suppose policies to pressurize weaker. Industrially developed capitalist countries always maintain dash policies to pressurize the weaker. Okay, what should the word is policies that you need to modify, my dear students. You have to modify the noun policies, and in order to modify the noun policies you have to use a certain parts of speech. And what is the name of the parts of speech? The name of the parts of speech is adjective, because noun is always modified by adjective. Now give me the answer. Now give me the answer. What should be the answer? You have to use adjective. Alamin Islam, you have written some. What about others? Economic policies. Okay, no problem. Thank you. Khandoka Jahid Hasan. Anybody else? Anybody else, my dear? Economic. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Very sad. Very many policies. Okay. Dimbami, the policies. It doesn't become crystal clear. Nilay Khan, yes, no problem. The. Use an adjective. Can I say industrially developed capitalist countries always maintain? Can I say diplomatic? Can I say selfish? Can I say strict? Can I say? Some of you are writing economics, some of you are writing many. Okay, thank you, no problem. So my dear students, look at this. You can use any kind of adjective relevant to this sentence. Relevant to this sentence, my dear students. So up to this part we have talked about adjective. Now I'd like to talk about noun adjective, and with noun adjective I will come to an end regarding today's class. Okay. Now my dear students, let us talk about noun adjective. What is noun adjective? I'm again saying all noun adjectives are adjectives, but all adjectives are not noun adjectives. What does it mean? I have told you that all Noun adjectives are adjectives, but all adjectives are not noun adjectives, my dear students. Look at please. What is noun adjective? What is noun adjective? Can anybody tell me the answer? What is noun adjective? Noun plus noun. Dear students, we get very often we get some examples where we put noun after noun. That is, there are two nouns used one after another. For example, a schoolboy. Look at please, a schoolboy. Schoolboy. Boy is a noun, school is a noun. For example, mango garden. Just a mango garden. Mango, then garden. Mango is a noun, garden is a noun. Okay, if you get two noun, just use one after another. The first noun actually works as noun adjective. Yes, thank you. In Bengal, it's noun visheshan. This noun actually becomes adjective, and this noun is called noun adjective. Okay. Now I'm going to give you an example. I have already talked about 50 minutes. I'm going to finish within 1 or 2 minutes, my dear students. Look at please. I bought and modify the noun with I bought and dash ticket to pay a journey to the USA. Okay, give me the answer, my dear students. Give me the answer. I bought and dash ticket to pay a journey to the USA. Okay, you have to modify the word ticket, and your instrument, your weapon of modifier, your weapon, that means your modifier would be noun adjective. That is okay, very good. One student written air ticket. Okay. Thank you. Someone is joining from the hospital. Okay, my dear student, look at this. You have to use oh my God, someone is willing to go to the USA by bus. Very good. Toha MF, you are expecting to go to the USA by bus. Thank you. Okay, take me with you. Okay, most of you have written, dear students, you cannot use bus because I have used an. Okay, you must have to use a vowel sound. Okay, the answer is air ticket. Thank you. So my dear students, you have got me. You have got what adjective is, you have got what noun adjective is. Dear students, listen to what I say. Up to this part, dear students, up to this part I have covered the definition of modifier. I've covered the definition of modifier. I have already talked about the classification of modifier. I have talked about the question pattern of modifier, and at last I have showed you the important grammatical devices under pre-modifier and post-modifier. And you know that there are 11 grammatical items that we need to learn to have a very excellent or very good preparation for modifier. And we need to know another 5 grammatical items for post-modifier. And luckily, we have completed 2 grammatical devices under pre-modifier. They are adjective and noun adjective. I'm expecting to meet you soon. Maybe I have another class. I have another class with you in upcoming Wednesday. I will conduct one class with intermediate first year, and I will regularly talk about Modifier. I think it will take some 8 or 9, even 10 classes to complete Modifier. So my dear students, thank you for being with me. But let me thank you, because your participation has really thrilled me today. I'd like to have more participation from you in the upcoming days. Please enjoy the classes conducted by Dhaka College, and I'm sure you are getting the advantage of these online classes. So my dear students, thank you for being with me. Thank you very much. Goodbye.